Hello and welcome to Hoosier Nation on this week's episode of This is Indiana. I'm Olivia Ray.
And I'm Lindsay Wright. Welcome back to the weekly program that gives you previews, updates, and highlights from around Hoosier Nation.
This is Indiana starts right now.
Let me see your hands up, 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 up in the air, higher and higher. See your hands up, 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 up in the air, higher and higher, higher and higher, higher and higher, higher, higher.
The Hoosiers made some big things happen this week, and we have your highlights, so let's get started. The football team took a tough loss over Northwestern this past weekend, 24-14. Indiana's second half effort couldn't overcome an early deficit from the Cats. Again, IU's defense kept the Hoosiers in the game by keeping the Wildcats scoreless in the last 30 minutes of the game. Niall Sykes tallied 2 sacks and 3 tackles, Marcelino Ball with 10 tackles and a pass breakup, and Tigre Scales added 10 tackles for his 5th straight game in double digits. The Hoosiers turned it up in the second half and earned a scoring drive on their first possession after the half. Nick Westbrook posted his 3rd game of the season with triple-digit yardage. Divine Redding with a career-high 6 catches, and Devontae Williams also added a career best of 42 yards. The team is back in Bloomington this weekend, hosting Maryland in Memorial Stadium.
The volleyball team had a busy weekend in the Big Ten. On Friday, the team came up short against number 22 Illinois. Freshman Victoria Brizak posted a double-double with 34 assists and 10 digs, but it wasn't enough for the Hoosiers to secure that road win. After a day of rest, Sunday IU took on Northwestern, where senior Taylor Lebo tallied 17 digs and moved in the top 10 in program history. In addition, Brizak posted her 2nd consecutive double-double, and senior Allison Hammond led the Hoosiers with 14 kills to sweep the Wildcats in 3 sets at Welsh Ryan Arena.
The men's soccer team again keeps their season record at 1 loss. The number 4 ranked Hoosiers played the Wisconsin Badgers to a 0-0 draw on Friday night in Madison, Wisconsin. Christian Lamelli had his first career start for the Hoosiers and posted his first shutout with 5 saves. Offensively, Trevor Schwartz led Indiana with 6 shots, 2 on goal, and Tanner Thompson had 3 shots, 1 on net.
And the women's soccer team traveled to West Lafayette to battle Purdue for the Golden Boot on Saturday. Thanks to 2 goals from redshirt sophomore Michaela Brown, the game ended in a 2-2 draw. The Hoosiers were outshot by the Boilermakers 31-17, but freshman goalkeeper Sarah Lamado made 8 saves to earn the draw.
Indiana Swim and Dive opened the 2016-17 season at home this Friday and Saturday with a tri-meet against the Texas Longhorns and Florida Gators. On Friday, for the first time in Indiana swimming program history, the Hoosier men took down the 2-time defending national champs, the Texas Longhorns. They also beat Florida in the long course meet 181-100. For the Indiana women, the Hoosiers beat Florida but fell to Texas on Friday. In the men's 1-meter dive, 2016 Rio Summer Olympic silver medalist Michael Hickson made his return to Bloomington, winning the event, and fellow Olympian and teammate James Conner placed 3rd. In the women's 3-meter dive, IU's Michelle Bauer placed 2nd overall with a personal best score of 335.15. With her NCAA qualifying mark, Bauer now ranks as the 12th best performer in the event in school history. Also making her Hoosier debut, Taylor Pamplin placed 6th with a score of 271.3. And on Saturday, the swimming and diving teams tallied 3 more wins at the short course tri-meet. The men remained undefeated, and the women beat Florida 183-98 but fell to Texas. And on Saturday, the IU's men diving capped a great weekend with another win as Connor took 1st in the 3-meter diving, Hickson took 3rd, and Cody Cauldron finished 5th. All 3 divers achieved NCAA qualifying scores. And finally, in women's 1-meter diving, Bauer took 2nd place overall, and Pamplin placed 3rd. Both divers recorded NCAA qualifying scores in their event.
Indiana men's golf wrapped up their fall portion of the 2016-2017 season with the final round of the Quail Valley Intercollegiate Tournament Monday. For final results, visit iuhoosiers.com.
Coming up, take a look at what happened on Indiana Field Hockey's senior night.
Hi, I'm Sage Steele of ESPN. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Indiana University.
Welcome back to This is Indiana. The field hockey seniors were honored last Friday during their final home game of the season. This is Indiana's Sam Lieberman was there. He has more.
Number 10, Noel Ruther.
In their last home game before the Big Ten tournament, the IU field hockey team had to battle through an afternoon of emotions. Senior Day, a bittersweet moment that every athlete will remember for years to come. On Friday, the ladies hosted the Ohio State Buckeyes, their last home conference game of the year. Friends, families, and alumni came to witness the exciting moment for these IU seniors. Underclassmen got involved with the festivities by chalking the sidewalks and making posters for all of their beloved seniors. Parents held up giant heads of their daughters' faces to support them on their emotional game. In the end, the Hoosiers fell to the Buckeyes 1-0. Assistant coach Kayla May commended how much heart the team fought with on such a big day for the seniors.
This game was huge for the seniors. They came in, fought with a lot of heart, and they tried to get the rest of the team to do so as well. And as you could tell in the second half, we were able to do that. We just couldn't finish it, couldn't put it away.
The Hoosiers are 8-9 on the season and have 2 regular season games left before Big Ten tournament play. Kayla May feels that the loss of the Buckeyes will only make the team hungrier moving forward.
Yes, Penn State, it's going to be a tough one for us, but honestly, I think after this game and coming off of a hard loss, we're going to bring it to them. What we need to do is just come together as a team at this point and, really gel, have great practices next week, and really go into Penn State crushing it.
The Big Ten tournament begins on November 3rd. With the emotions of Senior Day in the past, the Hoosiers will have a clear mind to do some serious damage in the Big Ten. It was an emotional Senior Day here at Indiana as the Hoosiers fall 1-0 to Ohio State. The team looks to bounce back next Friday against Penn State and moving forward to the conference championship. From the IU Field Hockey Complex, I'm Sam Lieberman.
Thanks, Sam. And coming up, we have the long-awaited return of Indiana basketball. Stay here for a peek inside the Simon Scott Assembly Hall renovations and Hoosier Hysteria updates.
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Indiana University.
Welcome back to This is Indiana. Now let's take a look inside a new and improved Assembly Hall. Assembly Hall got a major facelift this offseason. Homecoming weekend, Simon Scott Assembly Hall opened to the public, and for the first time, Hoosier fans were able to see the upgraded facilities. Those upgrades began with the south lobby reconstruction of a new entryway and atrium, along with the addition of escalators in the south lobby. Bathrooms and concession stands were remodeled, and a large state-of-the-art video scoreboard replaced the old one, which now hangs above those escalators. Box seats were also added along with brand new regular seating. Fans should expect an overall improved game day experience with the same Hoosier traditions they've come to expect.
And since that little preview at homecoming, Indiana basketball fans have been waiting to see the teams in action in the newly renovated arena. And this Saturday, they finally got their chance at the 2016 Hoosier Hysteria. Over 16,000 fans welcomed a new Indiana basketball season at Saturday's Hoosier Hysteria. The men's and women's team, fresh off the NCAA tournament runs, were able to be introduced to fans for the first time by showcasing some dancing, shooting, and dunking. After introductions were made, IU head coach Tom Crean presented the Hoosiers and staff with their 2016 Big Ten championship rings. Tyra Buss was able to take down Thomas Bryant in the three-point shooting contest, giving the women some bragging rights. And in the dunk contest, freshman Curtis Jones threw down a one-handed dunk over Coach Tom Crean. Unfortunately, he was unable to take the crown as OG Anunoby brought the crowd to their feet with a 360-degree between-the-legs dunk. Hoosier Hysteria wrapped up with the 12-minute inter-squad scrimmage for the men. Coach Crean and several players thanked fans for their support, noting their impact on the program. Indiana men's basketball will host their first exhibition game against Hope College on November 1st. And the women open up against Indianapolis on November 6th. Both games will be aired on BTN+.
And I'm sure fans are counting down the days, but until then, we have your full Indiana athletics schedule for the week coming up. Stay tuned. We're back with This is Indiana. Here's what's in store for your Hoosiers as we wrap up the month of October. The number 4 ranked men's soccer team will host St. Louis Tuesday at 7 p.m. for the Hoosiers Senior Night at Bill Armstrong Stadium. And on Sunday, the Hoosiers will play their final game of the season in Bloomington against number 14 Michigan State at 1 p.m.
The women's soccer team will also play their final home game of the season this coming Wednesday, October 26th at 6 p.m. The Hoosiers will take on the University of Michigan for Indiana's Senior Night.
Volleyball will be back in Bloomington this week, hosting Michigan State on Friday at 7 p.m. and Michigan on Saturday at 7 p.m. as well. Indiana field hockey travels to University Park to take on Penn State this Friday at 6 p.m. and then heads to play New York to play Syracuse on Sunday. That starts at 1 p.m.
The cross-country team is headed to the Big Ten Conference Championships in Minneapolis on October 30th.
Indiana Swim and Dive will head to Lexington, Kentucky on Friday to face the Kentucky Wildcats at 11 a.m. and then Tennessee Volunteers at 1 p.m.
And finally, IU football is looking to secure another Big Ten win over Maryland in Bloomington this Saturday. Kickoff is scheduled for 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and it will air on ESPNU.
Well, that does it for us this week, but we'll be back right here next week to bring you more highlights, updates, and previews.
That's right. Also, you can send in your ideas to the show. We want to know what you want to see on This is Indiana. Tweet us at Olivia Ray or at Lindsay Wright.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here next week.